Hello. Well, fuck you too. Hello and welcome back to the Kyle Davis Show. Today, in this video, I'm going to go on a little bit more about the warnings and different things about when you're getting a psychology degree, when you're getting even a master's in the field. And I guess it really depends on where you're going, but something that I'm going to warn you right now about is that if you are Republican or more right-leaning like I am, something that needs to be taken into consideration is how liberal the professors are. It's been quite well known, and it shouldn't be a surprise to anyone when I say that. Now, psychology is pretty liberal. It's pretty left-leaning. Something else that may not come as a shock, that may not come as a shock when I tell you, but you may not be thinking about it, is that psychology is also pretty anti-religion, or it's pretty anti those who don't fit its model, which again is not something that should shock you. It's pretty anti-religious because it doesn't necessarily see the need to incorporate religion. Right now it's following very closely with the LGBTQ movement and how when people are coming out, or if people need therapy for those services, psychology is going to be, or at least attempt to be, very inclusive. And this is also going to be true for social work. So that would include working for any jail, prison, youth facility, residential facility, shelter care, social work, case management, that kind of thing. It's going to be very inclusive of the LGBTQ. Now, because the LGBTQ is so small of a population, it's almost never an issue, but you do get that 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 kids or adults who are like that. It's just how it is. But if you are someone in the social work field, or if you are looking to be in the social work field, and you're thinking, yeah, I'm going to get a job, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do this, I'm going to help people, that also includes LGBTQ people, and obviously it's illegal to discriminate. And so if that's something that bothers you, this may not be the field for you. And so when you were thinking about social work, like I was into my master's program for social work, and I'm thinking, not to say that I'm going to discriminate, like I don't care if you're LGBTQ or not, like I really don't care, but as someone who's Christian, it bothers me to be able to help these people. And again, I'm not saying that I want these people to change or I want something different. Me personally, if I'm not willing to help those people, then I need to be the one to get out. I need to be the one to step aside and say, no, I really can't help these people. It conflicts with my religion. And that's not something to be ashamed of. Now, you might be ashamed by the community for saying, well, if your religion is having you discriminate, blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, it's not. These are my firm and sound beliefs. And so God, it says in the Bible that it was in the Bible that Jesus said, the world hates me first, and if they hate me, they're going to hate you also, or something like that. And so I'm not trying to use that as an excuse by any stretch or any means to discriminate, but you need to hold to what is true for you. And if you're going to have a personal issue helping these people, then there's lots of other people who will step in and help. And so maybe you should just step aside and say, okay, I can't do this. And I think that's kind of what I'm feeling, is that it's not even like I'm not saying I don't want to help those people. I think the only thing I wouldn't do is like go on a rally. I would never, like, I would personally never go to an LGBTQ rally. Like that's just not something I would do. But that would be like the only thing. Like if they need services for something, like I don't care. I can help them because they need service. Like I'm not a jerk. I'm not gonna help people, especially if that's my job to help people. So like that part really doesn't bother, especially when I'm doing it for a job. But I think the other issue I'm having, especially with the social work side, is how inclusive they're forcing you to be. And so I've tried to speak out and be like, well, no, this is how I really feel about it. It's hate. And it's not even like stereotypical or hardcore hate. It's, well, you just need to open your mind to it, or you just need to think about it differently. It's more. So this is going to be good for people who are in social work, looking to get into social work, looking to get into psychology. It's not really hate that you're going to see. It's more of it's more going to be passive aggressive tone or wordage. Like someone's not going to hate you for saying something. They're going to be like, oh, well, why don't you look at it like this? Or, you know, you're just pretty closed-minded. It would be great if you thought about it like this. Or, well, that's wrong. You should think about it like this. And so, again, it's not really like bashing you. It's just passive-aggressive. That's how most of it is anyway. Or when you have professors who, unfortunately, they're gonna pull the professor card, they're gonna pull the doctor card, say, well, I know more than you, so, you know, just end the conversation, and that's it, and they'll walk away. A lot of them, like, they'll be, I wouldn't call that respectful, but a lot of them are not necessarily open for debate because it's how they're teaching. And I think what it also comes down to as well, I need to find out if I need to sleep here or not. A lot of it, oh no. Yeah, maybe I should. Because, yeah, the next one's a ways. So it's like professors aren't they're not going to have the conversation for a number of reasons. One, they really are liberal. They really don't care, and they just want you to, you know, they're not going to, it's more of you can't change my mind, so why even try something. The other thing is a lot of time the professor is given the material and they don't argue it, they just go along with it. And so if they're just going along with it, there's no way you can change anything anyway. There's no reason, they're not going to be able to change anything either if they don't want to change. So what's the point? There's really no point in debating that if they're not going to change. So, or if they can't change the material and they agree with it. So I think that's what you'll find a lot with the professors and the social work and that kind of thing. So Alright, well, there's that. Thank you for watching. This has been the Kyle Davis Show. See you next time. Bye.